Let's start out by asking the question, how do you feel? How do you feel? Let's go with anxious. Yes, anxious. I mean, it's normal to feel anxious in the world as it is today. Yeah. Now I wanted to write this out as being elegant, but as I wrote the first letter, I thought, nah, this isn't right. Anxiety isn't elegant. So I had to change that up. And I went with something more edgy. Simple. Because anxiety isn't very complicated. It feels complicated, but it's not very complicated. You know it when you're anxious. Your palms are sweaty. You can't stop thinking about the problem. Your world is so hyper-focused on it, and you're feeling like you're going a little bit crazy. You can't seem to catch that wave of positivity. Yeah. Feels like you're on high alert. Hence the exclamation mark. That really stood out for me. Then I decided to add a little more detail. Make things a little more solid, if I can put it that way. And I kind of liked the way things were going so far. So this looked okay. Simple, but still passed the message. I wanted to make things a little more edgy. It felt too straight, so I felt like some sharp edges to kind of communicate discomfort and that edginess you feel when you're anxious, that angst, that prickly feeling you feel at the pit of your stomach. I just wanted to showcase it here, and these jagged little sharp edges, depicted that for me. Then, of course, I feel like you need to put the things that make you anxious, So I decided to put the things that make me anxious. Bills. Yep, bills. Bills do that to you. Bills, when the bills are stacking up, you tend to go a little bit crazy. I am not a fan of the starving artist trope. I believe that art is such an integral part of human experience, and artists should, in my opinion, be the most successful, richest people. And of course, exams could drive you crazy. Yeah, exams. Another thing is heartbreak. Yeah, when you go through a heartbreak, it can really mess you up. So that's also there. Another thing that I believe will make anybody anxious is work. If you work with shitty people, you work in a shitty place, you don't like what you do, or you don't feel like you belong there, or even if you have, this imposter syndrome, you feel like you're a fraud. Yeah. Also, life can make you feel anxious when you think about the entirety of life, how crazy things are, what might happen in the future, expectations, all that stuff. Yep, that would make you anxious. And now the goal is to ask yourself, now that I know what I feel, how do I want to feel? And yes, I clock it now. I got the spelling of anxious wrong. Yes, I did. I know this is anxious, but yeah, screw it. I'm doing this already. Might as well just put it out there. You get the point. You get the point. And the way I wanted to comfort myself or to take charge and be empowered in the situation is to just say, don't be anxious. You know, a popular quote that came to me in this regard is the Bible passage that says, don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. Don't be worried about the bills. Don't be worried about the exams. Don't be worried about the heartbreak. Don't be worried about the work. Don't be worried about life. Don't be anxious. Yeah. Feeling pretty satisfied with this, I decided to go on to the next step. I decided to add some really cute lines. Those sexy highlight lines. Just go around the edges with that. I decided to add some more details just to give it a little more pop, you know, just to make the work look nice. So I spent the last couple of minutes, and you can too if you're doing this exercise, you know, added a couple of lines to make it pop, just to give it some texture, to make it more interesting. And of course, after this is done, just to make things look really neat and crisp, we get our trusty eraser and erase out the pencil lines, just to make things really pop and really crisp and clean and make it look nice. And of course, some extra last minute details. Yeah, I just felt like adding a little 3D effect to this to give it more depth. And I think it's turned out really cool. There you have it. A piece of art that is lettering therapy, if I could put it that way. So what makes you anxious? And Are you going to be trying this out? If you want to try it out, just watch the video again, and there you go. Peace, and see you in the next one.